Hey guys, this is Ryan with Mom on Mission, and today I'm joining in a collaboration with Trisha over at This Life of Ours. And this is the Best of the School Year collaboration. So this is for homeschoolers and public schoolers alike. Just a place to share some wins for our homeschool year, some things that we loved or that really worked for us, and just to kind of reflect back on the school year and see not just how things didn't turn out exactly how we wanted them to with coronavirus and all that craziness, but to see what good there was in the year, where we had wins and successes and did some great and fun things. So she kind of left this open. There weren't any set guidelines, but I just thought I would share kind of my top 10 best school year things / moments. And I invite you to do the same if you're a homeschooler or public schooler. Just add your video to the playlist down below, and we would love to engage with you and watch and see what you loved about this school year. So our favorite book this year was a read aloud, and it was The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And this is a classic, and we just read it a month or so ago. But out of all the books we read this year, that was my favorite. There was just something, I don't know, all of us really liked it, and getting to read it while everything was coming into bloom around here was kind of a special experience. So really good book. Second, our curriculum win of the year is one that's been a curriculum win of the year for 2 or 3 years now for me, and that is The Ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading. Guys, if you are looking for an easy way to teach your kids to read, this is it. It is so straightforward, but it is so good, and my kids just like, it clicks with them when we use this program. I will put an iCard up above talking about that more in depth, an older video that I have about that if you would like to see that. Number 3, the schedule change that was best for us was time blocking. And so if you don't know much about time blocking, it's simply setting aside a chunk of time and just kind of giving a general, this is what I would like to accomplish in this time block, and trying your best to do that. But if you don't accomplish it, at the end of that time, you just stop what you're doing and you move on. For years, I've done kind of a priority type of scheduling where I just list out all my priorities and in the order that they have priority, and so I would get the most important things done and then go on. Well, then these things at the bottom of my list are just never getting done, and that's not good either. So with time blocking, I'm allowing myself to kind of touch all things that I need to get done, but giving them their place, and if it doesn't get done, then I can just wait till tomorrow to finish it. And so if you haven't looked into that type of scheduling, I highly recommend it. My 4th win for this year is recipes, and that is simply Instant Pot chicken. And I just mean plain old chicken. So I am the world's worst at forgetting to take stuff out of the freezer in time. And so I have found myself, oh no, what are we gonna do for dinner? This chicken's hard as a rock, and then trying to thaw it in the microwave, which works, but it's just not the same. It's kind of gross. I don't like messing with raw chicken. But I have found 2 different recipes from Instant Pot, or for the Instant Pot, and one of them is just how to cook your chicken breasts from frozen. So the times when I actually forget, I can just throw them in there frozen and shred them up and use them in something or whatever I'm gonna do with them. But then I've also found just a really good recipe for just cooking a chicken breast. Like, for whatever reason, I've had a really hard time like just being able to like cook a chicken breast that has good flavor and good texture and is like not dry and gross. Because the crock pot, like my chicken breasts just always come out really gross and weird. I don't like it. And the oven takes forever, and then if you do it in a skillet, like it splatters all over you and you smell bad. And I don't know, like the Instant Pot has been a lifesaver. You just season up your stuff and put it in there, and it's done and nothing flat, and it's turned out perfect every time. So that is my recipe win for the year. My chore routine win of the year. This is kind of the routine we've had for a long time, but the reason why we still have it is because it works. We just have one area a day that we focus on, and all of us have our jobs within that area. And as my kids grow, I'm kind of relinquishing more responsibility to them. And so on bathroom day, we all have set bathroom chores we have to do, you know, and on kitchen day, we all have set kitchen chores we have to do, and it just works for us. Let's see. Number 6, the after school activity that is a win for this year is Perler Beads. My kids had never played with Perler Beads until this past Christmas. They got some and they have had such a blast doing those, and it's a good quiet time activity. I can put on an audiobook and they'll just listen and quietly do their thing, and it's great. Number 7, our educational show or documentary that has been a win this year is The Riot and the Dance, and they now have a second one out that is so good. If you love nature documentaries or think your kids would like them, but you want one with a biblical perspective, a creationist perspective, it is so good. I cried, I laughed, I was amazed. It was just really good. Number 8, the family activity win of the year is hiking. So thanks to COVID-19, we've always been kind of an outdoor family. It's been harder because our youngest is 2, and so kind of last year and the year before he was real little, so it was kind of hard. But this year, because of the coronavirus, we have just done tons of hiking. Even when my husband's been at work, I just throw the 2-year-old on my back, even though it almost kills me, and we have gone hiking, and it's been great. My kids love just playing in the creek, throwing rocks, digging for bugs and fossils and whatever else that little boys do, but we have had a blast doing that this year. Let's see, number 9, our website or online resource win, pretty lame, but YouTube. This year, I think I shared in my last science video, this year with our co-op getting cut short because of coronavirus, we lost our science class that we usually have there. And how our science class usually works is the parents teach at home, and then the experiments and demonstrations are done by the teachers at co-op. Well, with that gone, I didn't want to do most of the experiments, so we did a few at home, but we turned to YouTube for a lot of them, and that was a lifesaver. Let's see. And number 10, the teaching tip or hack that was a win for us this year. These are kind of no-brainers, but ones that I just really put into practice this year, and it really helped me. The first one is kind of a schedule hack too, I guess, but we have started doing all of our together subjects first. So all of the subjects that both my boys do together, we do them first thing in the morning. And then about the time everyone's ready for a break, it's lunchtime, and then after that, I do my one-on-one things with them. So I'll work with one while the other one goes and kind of does his independent work and then entertains his 2-year-old brother, and then they switch, and I work with the other one while the other one does independent work and plays with the baby brother. So that has helped us a lot this year. And also putting in either audiobooks or our science or history MP3s, putting those on during lunchtime. I used to really value my kind of quiet lunch, like I made them go and sit and eat, and I went and took a breather. But what I found is if I just put on our science or history lesson or just whatever audiobook we're listening to, if I put that on during meals times, their mouths are quiet, so they have to listen more. And I can still kind of get kind of that recharge moment, even though I'm kind of listening along with them. I don't have to necessarily step out of the room and take a breather. I can just sit along with them and drink my coffee or eat my lunch or whatever while they're listening and learning. But I don't have to do the talking, and I don't have to do the interacting for a few minutes. Sometimes my brain just needs that little reset during the day. So those are my wins for the school year. Make sure to check out the playlist down below and add to it if you'd like to. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.